My fiancé's best friend humiliated me on my birthday by joking about my abusive ex, so I told him he's not invited to the wedding, and now he's calling me controlling, but even his girlfriend says he's a nightmare. Posted by you/xoxotransbabe. So I, 29F, and my fiancé, 31M, have been together for 4 years. We are planning our wedding for later this year, which has been going great, except for one person, his best friend Kyle. Kyle is one of those guys who peaked in high school and is just so insufferable. He is always making unnecessary jokes that honestly sound like insults. But my fiancé says he's just goofy and immature, so I've tried to keep my peace. Anyway, my birthday was 2 weeks ago. Nothing big happened, just a dinner at a nice restaurant with close friends and family. Near the end of it, someone mentioned the wedding and how everything was going, and my fiancé answered and said we were writing our own vows. I said I was nervous but excited. Then Kyle said loudly, so loudly that I think everyone present in the restaurant heard, "Just don't cry halfway through your vows like you did during your breakup, remember that?" The table went dead silent. In the moment, I laughed it off because I didn't want to create a scene there. But I was humiliated. My dad was present, and my fiancé was aware that the breakup Kyle referenced was abusive and traumatic. I later told him how hurt I was, and he said Kyle was just being Kyle and, you know how he is, babe. So I sat on it for a few days, even though I was hurt. But then finally, I told him I don't want Kyle at the wedding, not at the rehearsal, not giving a speech, nothing. Nowhere. I just don't want him there. Now my fiancé is saying I'm overreacting. That Kyle was just trying to be funny and kicking him off the list would destroy their 15-year friendship. But honestly, if Kyle cannot respect me, then why should I allow him to stand next to the man I'm marrying? So am I the bad guy for refusing to have Kyle at the wedding after all this? Top comments. Commenter 1, best believe Kyle will ruin your wedding. He's a good old-fashioned attention seeker who gets off on being obnoxious. Commenter 2, not the bad guy. I hate when people like this get away with their terrible behavior because their closest people say, "Oh, that's just how they are." As if you have to tolerate the disrespect because they don't know any better. He can't respect you at dinner in a restaurant, he won't respect you at your wedding. I'd be afraid he does something he thinks is funny that would ruin it. Commenter 3, not the bad guy. No doubt, inviting Kyle will definitely ruin Op's wedding, and it'll be in a way no one expects. So, the best solution for Op is to have a serious talk with her fiancé and make him decide what's more important, his wife or a 15-year friendship. Commenter 4, you do realize Kyle isn't the only problematic person here, right? Your fiancé enables his behavior and never calls him out on it, so of course Kyle keeps going and going. Immature or not, he's a jerk. Are you sure you really want to marry a man who won't prioritize you over his already peaked immature best friend? Commenter 5, yes, absolutely. And what's this stuff about the traumatic and abusive breakup? Are you about to marry somebody who allows their friend to insult you and humiliate you in public, using a breakup you've already said was traumatic? I certainly hope I'm reading this wrong. Please tell us. Update, 5 days later. Hey everyone, thank you for the overwhelming support and comments on my original post. I didn't expect it to blow up, but reading the responses honestly gave me a lot of clarity and strength. So 2 days after I posted my original post, I sat down with my fiancé again to clear the air. I told him calmly that I wasn't changing my mind about Kyle. That it wasn't just about one joke, it was about the fact that Kyle has never shown me respect. And then my fiancé understood we had a bigger issue. He got quiet and listened to me, and for the first time, I think it really hit him how serious everything was. A day later, Kyle texted me something along the lines of, "Sorry if you were sensitive about the joke the other night. Wasn't trying to ruin your birthday, lol." I showed that to my fiancé, and he just sighed and said, "That's just how he talks." So I said maybe then Kyle can talk like that from his home, because he's not coming to our wedding. And now here's the best part, my fiancé agreed. He wasn't too happy about it, but he said if it really makes me uncomfortable, then Kyle won't be there. He told that to Kyle, and Kyle threw a whole fit about it. Of course, as usual, he called me controlling. And then Kyle's girlfriend texted me yesterday, "I'm honestly glad he's not going, because he's been a nightmare about your wedding ever since you got engaged." So yeah, this exact thing made me realize what I did was absolutely the right thing to do, and I dodged a bullet. Now about the wedding, it's still on, just with one less toxic guest on the list. Thank you all for giving me the push I needed to stand my ground. Top comments. Commenter 1, his girlfriend's response sums up perfectly why you didn't want him there. You have definitely dodged a bullet. He didn't even apologize and blamed it on you for being sensitive. I'm glad your fiancé has your back. I hope you have a wonderful wedding. Commenter 2, I do wonder why he's been a nightmare. Op, any chance he has feelings for you? Or for your fiancé? Op's only comment. I get that it might seem dramatic out of context, but this wasn't just the one comment. It was the final straw after years of disrespect.